Hey, what's up guys? Garrett Love here from CM Tuts as well as GarrettLove.com, and in this video we are going to be making this cool looking Apple wallpaper right there. Now just before we begin, I would like to say that this is a Pixelmator tutorial because we will be doing this mostly in Pixelmator. However, we do need Photoshop to get this imprinted kind of effect with the Apple. So if you don't have Photoshop, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get that imprinted effect. However, you will be able to do everything else with this, which it will look good as well, just it won't have that imprinted effect. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, and let's get started. So we're going to start off by creating a new image, and since this is going to be a wallpaper, make the width and height, again, to the dimensions of your desktop. Now, Pixelmator is only for OS X at this time, so we will only be using Apple keyboard controls or keyboard shortcuts. So to minus down or shrink down the size so it's not full 100%, so it goes to 66%, hit Apple or Command, they're the same thing, minus. Let's make our canvas size a little bit smaller there. Great. So now we want to get a nice purple. We want to have some blue in it because we want it to look not like that kind of a purple, but more of that. And hit N on your keyboard to select the paint bucket tool and just fill that in. Great. So now, before we begin, we're not going to get to the Apple part right just yet, but I do want you guys to know that the Apple from the other wallpaper tutorials, we will still be using that. So if you don't have that, go and get that back. Same Apple will do that you used last time, and as you can see, any logo or any picture at all, wallpaper or anything that we use, and it's going to have an apple in it, we're going to be using that this right there. So just make sure you guys have that ready or on your computer somewhere where you can have easy access to. Now the next thing I did was I downloaded a brush set or a set of brushes from brusheasy.com. They don't really go in categories, so I just kind of scrolled down the list and found one that I liked, and I found one that I really liked, and it looked like paintbrush splats, kind of splatters if you will. So download that and put that into Pixelmator as well as Photoshop because it's always good to have the brushes, both the applications and whatnot. So now what we want to do is we want to make we've already made a new layer for our splat kind of things, and we want to start splattering on colors. Now I found that that yellow or red isn't the best color to put a lot of, just because if you have a lot of it, like if you had the amount of yellow, if you have the amount of red here that I had yellow here, it would take the viewer's eye off of everything else and onto the red, and we don't want that. But if you have just a little bit, here and there, that is perfectly okay. So just put these splatters in like so, get a nice blue maybe, and yeah, not there, maybe we'll get a green now. So you just put these like wherever you want. I mean, it's completely up to you, and just enjoy. So we got that. We're gonna get what do we have? We want some pink, I guess. There we go. Some down there. We'll get some more. Blue over here and some green over there. So we'll go to that one and we'll just put that right there, and we will get a green and we'll just put that right there. Great. So actually, you know what, we can put a little bit of red in. That's not going to hurt. We just don't want too much. That's the thing. And that should be good. Alright, no more red than that because, as you can see, we are going to have this orange kind of a thing over this, so you won't exactly be able to see the center here, which is why it's not really the most important thing to put colors in the center, but more outside of it. So, we're going to, still on this layer, go to the biggest one that you have, like that, kind of, and get a nice orange, or really whatever color you would like. I'm a big orange person, so I'm going to be using orange a lot. Right, that is perfect right there. Alright, now we want to go to our Apple, and we want to right click, open with Pixelmator. Great. So we want to get our magic wand tool, which is W on your keyboard. And in Pixelmator, the magic wand tool, the tolerance is set a little bit differently than it is in Photoshop. In Photoshop, you would set up in a little text field what you want the tolerance to be. Well, in Pixelmator, you do it a little bit differently. You click and drag out to whatever the percentage is that you want the tolerance to be. In this case, I found that 40% works very, very well. I'm going to do 40 on everything. And once on the blue. And there we go. So now we are going to go to Edit, Inverse, or Apple Shift I. We're going to delete. We're going to hit Apple Shift I again. And we're going to hit delete. So now we just have this selection, kind of like a tracer of the Apple logo that we wanted. And that's really all we wanted. Now we're going to go to the Paint Bucket tool, or N, I believe, and we're going to get that nice purple back. We're going to put that like so. And then we're just going to put some paint in here, some of the paint splatters. We're going to get the blue. Whoops. Just going to put that in like. Make sure you're on the brush, by the way. Put that in. We're going to put some right there. Get a nice green, and we will put that in. You can put orange in this if you would like. Not too much though, because it's going to be orange all around it. So, let's see. We need pink. Don't like that pink. Right, and yellow. We just need yellow, and then we will be done. Get that yellow, and just put that in right there. Good. So now we're going to drag this layer right there onto this project, and we now don't need this up anymore. Oops. So you can, don't save that because you still want it to be the way it was before. And now we are going to drag this somewhat to the center. It doesn't have to be like directly in the center, but you do want it to be centered somewhat. I mean, you can put it, up there, or whatever. Just keep it in the orange, or whatever color you have the orange for. Alright, so unfortunately, for those of you guys who don't have Photoshop, this is where it's going to end for you guys. It does look good, I think, but it's unfortunate that you guys won't be able to get the imprinted, but it still looks good, and, that's about it. However, if you do have Photoshop, let's save as. We're going to save this, we're going to name it Splatter, or Splat, or whatever you want. I'm going to save it as a Photoshop PSD. Save, and now we're going to quit, because we don't need that anymore. Double click to open it with Photoshop. And now we want to make sure that we are on that Apple logo. Go down to FX and Inner Shadow. Set the angle to 120 and hit enter. If you guys enjoy my content, please subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.